Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Seacret webinar, basicagenttraining.com. This is Josh Denny, and it's an honor to share a few moments with you about Seacret, the opportunity that we have here with this fantastic company that's now growing all across the world. There's probably people from various countries on here right now, countries that were probably not open yet for the anticipation that will be there. And I'd imagine that a friend of yours or a family member, colleague was excited when they said, "You've got to take a look at this," sent you a text message, an email, a Facebook message, whatnot, and invited you on this webinar. And here you are. And my job over the next few minutes is to share with you really why this is going to be of a benefit to you. What what Seacret has in store, what this company can possibly do to help you, to help your family. And we're going to go through that in about the next 30 minutes or so. What's going to happen is we're going to be inviting a very special guest on the webinar here momentarily to share with you his experience. And he was like a lot of people. Here's a gentleman who's an engineer. He engineer by trade, very smart man. Ended up getting involved in the profession and doing very well. Ended up actually getting paralyzed from the neck down, and didn't let that stop him. Didn't let that derail him from achieving his goals, his dreams, and the things that he wanted in his life. And thank God, because he went on to continue to have success when he saw Seacret, which is the opportunity that we're going to share with you. Things made a incredibly positive change for him. He decided to align himself with this company, and he's actually broken pretty much every record. He has broken every record here in North America. He is one of the fastest he achieved the top ranks and one of the fastest people in the company to do so. He's achieved an extraordinary success, but more importantly than his own personal success is how many other people he's helping to lead to financial freedom. He's I think it's somewhere in the neighborhood of 17 platinum organizations, which means there's people doing real well, over 6 people earning the $100,000 a year mark, and he's just getting started. So what we want to do is share with you how that happened, really why he decided to participate with this company, what he believes is the future, how you can get started, how you can participate should you see an opportunity for yourself, and then we're gonna answer a few questions that you may have live right here over the internet, and then we're gonna go through a powerful training by this amazing leader who's truly one of a kind and doing some remarkable things here in this company. In fact, I noticed that he's just joined us on the webinar here, and perfect timing. What I'm going to do is kind of hand the call off to you for a moment. I'll ask you a few questions, Khai. I've already kind of shared a little bit about what's happened and who you are a little bit, but not much. And what I'd like to ask you right now, Khai, is there's a lot of people that are on this webinar perhaps for the first time. They're taking a look at Seacret, and some of them may be able to relate with you in your professional career. So if you wouldn't mind, kind of introduce yourself to our audience, let them know kind of what you did before you got involved in this profession.
Okay. Before we start that, I just want to say hi to everybody from Vietnam. So this is a coconut. This is real deal. It's from Vietnam. Yeah. Hi everybody. Before I got into network marketing, I was an engineer, software engineer for 6 years. I went to college and graduated in 2002. Worked as engineer for 6 years in Irvine, California. And on my 3rd year as an engineer, I can feel it. I can see it. Is that my career could not give me the lifestyle that I was looking for. I was looking for more time with my family. At the time, I had a 2.5-month-old son, and I want to give him something that I never got. That means it's a freedom of time and freedom of financials. And so I got into network marketing, and I just moved forward, fast forward. For 5 years, I was failing and failing. Finally, I got some traction, and because I was spent 3 years in Asia, build network marketing over in Asia. When I got to know Seacret, I was just so excited because the first time in my life I see a product that actually works, and it's worked instantly. And I knew that with my English skill, and I'm not very good at convincing. So when a product worked instantly, within 30 seconds to 15 minutes, I knew that we can do something really significant with this opportunity.
Thank you for that, Khai. And
So
absolutely. You know, one of the things I'd like to ask you about specifically is Seacret. You know, I mentioned a little bit about you know that you had some great success in this profession, and as someone who has done well and has led other people to success, why was it Seacret? Obviously, you could go anywhere and do well financially, but what was it specifically about Seacret that intrigued you enough to want to participate? And if you know, some of the people are listening in right now, maybe you can answer why they would want to take a look at take a serious look at this company.
yeah, you know, Josh, I knew you for many years, and you know me for many years. That we both work very hard, and we're passionate about this business. And the reason we're passionate about this business is because we want to help people achieving their dreams. Now, they might looking for something that different than us, but at the end of the day, they have a dream when they got into network marketing, and it is our obligation to help them. I have been involved in other network marketing company and have achieved success in it. But one of the things that bothered me a lot is because I could not help as many people as I wanted. The reason is they have to have certain amount of skill set. Actually, you have to have a high level skill set to win in some company that I was involved with Seacret, because the product works so well and because the system layout so simple. A basic person that working part-time invest around 10 hours, 15 hours a week can actually make a really significant stream of income. In fact, you know, in the last 15 months, I have one personal sponsor that he's still working part-time and make $250,000 in 12 months that he joined into the network marketing business with me, and both of his wife and himself still had a full-time job.
I mean, that's phenomenal. I mean, that really is. That's one of the most phenomenal things. And you know, Khai, speaking on that real quick, and I don't mean to cut you off, but I want to, for those people that may be thinking about network marketing, and you know, for a lot of people, they have that negative, you know, kind of notation. Not everybody, but some people still kind of don't look at it as a real business. And now you're an entrepreneur. You know, this isn't all you do. You have other businesses that you've been successful with. If you could kind of explain a little bit about why network marketing is a real business that professionals like yourself and others would want to participate in.
Let's move back a little bit. You know, my background is engineer, and in 2008 I got a disease called MS, and I was paralyzed and hospitalized for over 6 months. Was paralyzed for over a year. In fact, right now, after 6 years of after 6 years after my disease really explode, I can still have problem with my physically ability. I can run. I still move very slowly. But why I want to bring that back is because when I was hospitalized, I lost my engineering job. I didn't quit my engineering job. I lost my engineering job because I couldn't perform. I was disabled. I could not even use my finger or my toes or anything for 9 months. You know, I was on this disability. Everywhere I try, I have a blue sign, that disabled sign. So why network marketing? Because network marketing is something that will give you some sense of security that the traditional business doesn't have. Now, you know, after I went through a homeless and rebuilt my life, when I start making some significant income from network marketing, I use that money investing in other sorts of businesses. Today, I own a restaurant. My wife and I also own a shipping company, not just network marketing. But why, when we have a restaurant, when we have a shipping company, we still invest a significant amount of money and time in network marketing? It's because network marketing is something that you can pass it on to your children. Now, I have 3 kids. I have a 9-year-old son, and a twin girl is about to turn 1 year old. And that's the reason why my wife and I in Vietnam right now get ready to throw a huge Vietnamese first year's birthday party for my kids. But the thing is, you know, if I pass away tomorrow, and you know, my health is not something that I'm proud of. I'm very sick. So if I pass away tomorrow, my kid can't handle the restaurant. They can't managing the shipping company. So they're gonna be messed up. And who's gonna take care of them? Where's the money coming in? Now, with the network marketing business that I currently have, and I'm currently working very hard at it, I'm very blessed that we have over 17 agent qualify platinum. We have a lot of them qualify six-figure income. Like I just mentioned, we have one gentleman, he working part-time, make $250,000. Now, if I die tomorrow, you know, they're not going to quit because I die, right? They work because they have a dream and they have a passion, and they also have an obligation to help their downline to win. So they're not going to quit, and because if they're not going to quit, it's a guaranteed income for my wife and my kids.
Now,
so that's the reason why.
I certainly hope you don't die. I'm sure there's many of us, probably thousands, if not tens of thousands of people that are praying to God you don't die, because you brought so much value, Khai, to the community here at Seacret, and you continue to bring value to people all over the world, no, not just in business, just as a person. But you mentioned something earlier I want to kind of come back to. You talked about, you know, and I'm glad you went to why network marketing, but as you're talking about Seacret, you're saying that it's simpler. You know, obviously there's going to be hard work and everything, but you're saying it's simpler because the product works really well. And for those people that don't, maybe they haven't ever even tried Seacret products, I want to ask you, why are Seacret's products unique? And what's different about them? What is it about them that makes them work so well? And if you could kind of start there, that'd be great.
You know, when I look at Seacret product, honestly, I don't know anything about cosmetic. I don't know anything about soap and lotion. I don't know anything of that. In fact, I don't even have hair, so I don't even use shampoo. And because of that, I'm so far away from as an expert in cosmetic business. But one other thing I realized this. Now, cosmetic is something everybody uses anyway. Even me, I don't have hair, so it takes me once. I take shower once a month or something. I still need to use soap, and then when I use soap to wash my body, and then you know when you take a hot shower, your skin is dry. Then you need to use lotion. Most of the men stealing their wife lotion. They don't even say they're using lotion, but because they stole their spouse lotion, right? So basically, all the guys using cosmetic. Now, kids have skin too, and they also have hair, so they're using cosmetic too. In fact, babies, like when they were born, they have asthma, some type of skin disease. Now, you know, using chemical product is not good for their young baby skin. So we have body butter, we have all kind of skincare product that is natural, came from the Dead Sea. So basically, everybody using our product. Men use a product, woman uses a product, kid using the product. Everybody using it. Now, as a business guy like me, don't know anything about cosmetics. I don't like to convince people about something that I don't know. But I can show people the result, because with a young man or young woman, our product can show the result within 30 seconds, literally. When I say 30 seconds, I just want to make it cute. Actually, in 15 seconds, you can show the result. With a peeling gel, you can take the dead skin up, and the wrinkle, the dead skin coming up, your skin is brighter, look beautiful, smooth right away. When somebody have an aging skin, have some type of wrinkles, we can show the result in 15 minutes. Now, in network marketing, what we're trying to do is simplify the process so we can become successful quicker. And the product do all the work for us. They do all the talking for us. We don't have to convince anymore. And therefore, it just makes our life a lot easier. Now, Josh, you and I have, I have 9 years, 8 years of experience. You have more than that. You were 76 years old, so you're supposed to have more experience than me. But the thing is, Josh, you got to understand is this. We have a lot of agents that are doing part-time, and they just got into network marketing. How can we help them make an extra $500–700 a month is the key for our success. And our business can do that because the product take away all the convincing, all the doubt from the customer. And that's the reason why we are so successful as a company. And because the reason we're successful because we have more people winning right now.
I'm glad you say that, because that's absolutely true. And that leads me kind of to my next question. And by the way, folks, if you haven't ordered Seacret products yet, do it. You know, guys, the person who invited you on this webinar, they have a website. Order the products. There's a money-back guarantee on that to become a customer. Try them, use them, and you'll see for yourself. In fact, I would encourage you to get to a wow party as soon as possible. In fact, we're going to go into that in a moment. In fact, that leads me to my next question altogether, Khai, is how do you do this business? Like, really, what's your process? I mean, you said it. You're busy. You got 3 children, twin girls. You know, you're a devoted husband. You're a businessman, entrepreneur. You got a 9-year-old son. A lot of responsibilities with that. And a lot of people would use that as an excuse why they couldn't do the business, but you use that as a reason to do it. But what is it that you do? How do you do it? And what do you do to achieve the success? And what really makes the cash register ring? If you kind of put that all together, how do you get compensated? And what do you do to get compensated?
You know, the busier you get, the more you should take a look at Seacret, because, you know, I was an engineer. I have a 3-month-old son at the time, not 3 months yet. And I was working 40, 50 hours a week, driving, stuck in the traffic 2 hours each way. And, you know, and I also have a young son. So that's called busy. That's called hard. But as I got into Seacret, and I want to share with people why I became quickly successful in it. It's a very simple. In my previous network marketing company, I got to sit down one-on-one, and I have to convince them. And sometimes it took me 2 hours to convince. If on the weekend, if I spend 6 hours convincing somebody, because it's to convince 3 persons, by the time I get home, I'm wiped out. I'm tired because I use so much energy to talk and focus and think to how to convince that customer. With Seacret, I got excited is because I don't have to convince one by one. I just have to invite all my friends and all the people that I know or stranger into one small rooms, right? 9 people, 10 people, 3 people, whatever, as long as they have skin. Now, if they don't have skin, either they're ghosts or they're alien. I don't want to be their friend. But if they have skin, I bring them into one room and I let them try the product. Now, the product takes 30 seconds to 15 minutes to show the result. So how do you grow fast, and why this business so successfully implement is because the product works so well. You can show the result with 9 people at the same time, or 10 people at the same time, or 15 people at the same time. You can let all 15 people try the product. Later, they try all the product in 30 minutes later to see the result. Now, would you like to show the business to 15 people at the same time, or you want to show one by one? Of course, 15. So my method of doing the business is that take the convincing part, throw it away, and do the demonstration. And the best way to do the demonstration is not you doing it. It's you let them try it, because they believe in themselves more than they believe in you. So when I put together a group of people, like around 5, 6, 7 people, I let all of them try the product. I direct them one by one and let them try the product. In 15, 20 minutes later, they all see the result. They all feel the product. They all touch and smell, and after that, they all get excited. That's where called smart building business, right there. It just takes so much time thrown away. You know, I mean, condense everything into one session. Within 15, 20 minutes, you show the result. And that's how I do it. We call a spa party. When I got into this business, we call it a spa party, and I'm very loyal to the first love, so I still call it a spa party. But you will hear people talk about wow party. Whatever you want to call that. I just got excited when I got to show 15, 20 people at the same time and see the results at the same time. That's how I do it, Josh. I do it every day. When I got into this business, because my twins was about to coming out, and it give me only 4 months to do it. And I knew that in the next 4th month, if I do Seacret, I gotta create some kind of significant stream of income. So when I got into the business, I do wow party every day. Every time I do it, I try to bring more than 3 because I know the magic number up 80-20 rules, right? So I came in, I do every day. I make sure that every time I do it, I have 3 guests. And you know, the first month I go full time in Seacret, I make $16,000. And a lot of people say, "How do you do it?" I say, "Well, very simple. If you don't have to convince people, it's a lot easier. But if you convince people, it's not gonna be that fast." So I put a lot of people into one room and do wow party, and then I do it again, do it again, do it again, do it again. You know, that's how I grow fast, Josh.
You know, and I wanted to touch on that again because I think maybe I missed that when I first was getting involved, and I think it's a critical aspect of the business because a lot of people say, well, you know, that's great. Yeah, I've got some people I can invite them over, and some are going to buy the products, and maybe some get started. But then what? You know, what if I run out of people that I know? You know, how can I still do this business part time? You know, I'm not one of those salespeople, Khai. I'm not one of those people that's going to go knocking on doors. How do I do my business? And I think you just answered it, but if you could elaborate on that a little bit more, that'd be great.
Okay, you know, as the company, we have a system called S for S, and it's called Seacret for Success. Now, you know that I use this system to the max. Now I'm gonna go back and go to the basics one. 95% people get into network marketing. They do part time. They spend around 10, 15 hours a week max, right? 95%. So the system is designed for those people. But for me, as a full timer, I double it up. I work harder. I do more than just that system, right? So let me bring you back to the basic system. It's like basically the system designed for part timer this way. When you start out the business, you want to commit to the winning formula. You don't want to play around trying to test out the water. The company have 3 different packages for people to join: 150, 550, and 1450. The reason I am not smart, but when I hear that the package 1450 will code you as a rank of bronze and you make more commission right off the bat, I came in with that one because, like I said, I don't want to leave any money on the table. So the first step, I went in and I started with a business package. So I have enough product to do demonstration. I also want to make more money, so therefore I got into that package. The second step is because most of us working at part-time. So we have the rules that when you get in, you want to do the business at least twice a week. Now this is for part-timer. What is that twice a week? That's called wow party or wow party. And in that wow party, you want to spend 2 hours each. So now you're talking about you spend 4 hours a week on wow party. Okay. Then the step 3, every time you do a wow party, you don't want to come by yourself. You want to bring your friends, your family member, or your co-worker. As long as they have skin or hair, you want to bring them. And therefore, if you look at your phone, I guarantee you have over 100 phone numbers in here. This 100 phone number, I can guarantee you this: they have to shave, they have to brush their teeth, they have to shower, they have to use shampoo, they got to use lotion, they got to they got to use a lot of things that they have to buy anyway. Now, if they're not buying from you, they're going to go to Walmart, Kmart, Target, all that mark. They're going to buy the products anyway, right? So therefore, you just invite 3 friends that they need to use your product anyway, and 3 friends each spa party, and then you got to do that 4 weeks consecutive. So when I come in, I saw the system so simplified. Step 1, you gotta come in as a business partner. The 1450, the professional package. Step 2, you gotta commit 4 hours a week for a spa party. That is a 2 time. That's 4 hours a week. Step 3, you gotta bring guests. You want to bring 3 guests every time. And step 4, you want to do that 4 times consecutive. Now, if you do part time that way, in the first 4 weeks, you will get your money back. So you invest 1450, you will make the 1450 back. Plus the product is yours for free, right? So basically now you already in profit in the first 4 weeks. For me, I came in, I didn't do the part-time style. I triple that up. I do more than that. I do 3 times, 4 times of what I just shared with you, and that's the reason why I'm making the full-time income very quickly with Seacret. Am I clear? Josh,
yeah, that makes perfect sense. And for those of you that are listening in, you got to understand this is amazing. You're listening to a gentleman who truly broke every record here in North America. Went all the way to the top as fast as you could do it, and brought a lot of people with him. And he's just getting started, guys. Became a red diamond agent, which is really right there at the top level in the compensation plan. He's just on the verge of that $1 million ring, but got to the $500,000 faster than anybody. And is also a cabinet ambassador who actually the cabinet has the ear of the CEO and the entire company. And he's part of a very elite group that helps make decisions as it pertains to the field. And everyone's taken notice because several other things about this individual. His organization is it has the lowest returns. It has the highest retention. So the way he's doing business, everyone's taken notice of. And I want to just correct me if I got this wrong, Khai, but basically of the 3 packages, for those of you that are looking to get started, there's 3 packages. You got to have product to get started. Obviously, that makes sense. You got the 150, the 550, the 1450. And the 1450 is the business package. That's the special agent pack. So you're saying step 1, get there, get started there, find a way to do it. And step 2 is commit to at least 2 spa parties a week, 2 wow parties a week, whatever they want to call it, 4 hours a week that you're going to do that. Have 3 guests at each one and do this for 4 weeks straight. Now, this is part-time. Am I right?
Yes, that's for part-time, and as a full-time, then you double that up or triple that up or like four-time time it up, and then you will do full-time because that's it's the guideline, the foundation for everybody to follow. Yes, that's correct.
Now, at every one of these wow parties, obviously they're going to have guests. There's going to be people there. I suspect how you can continue this is each one of those may want to have a party at their house as well. Is that true?
Yes, because everyone that coming into the business, they want to be successful, and they're going to ask you how you do it. Now, if you follow that system, 1, 2, 3, 4, that's the first one is the professional package, the special package. The step 2 is you're going to do twice a week. Step 3, you want to bring 3 guests. Step 4, you do that 4 consecutive. Now, if you follow that system and your agent coming in, they're going to ask you, okay, Khai or Josh, how am I going to start? You share with them, do the same thing. So now they start bringing their prospect in. They're going to have 4 new agents after the 4 weeks. Now, their 4 new agents going to ask them again, say, okay, hey, how can I do it right now? They're going to start follow the system. So all of us is not like we got to bring in up to today, after 15 months full-time in this business, I sponsor 53 people, exactly 53 people, 17 of them active. I have an organization that have helped me make over $1 million already in the last 12 months, make $900,000. So you don't have to bring in an army of people. You got to bring in a couple of people. People can bring in a couple of people. Now, I work full-time, I work hard. Anyone that have skin or hair, I wanted them to sit down, listen to our opportunity, and that's the reason why I sponsor 53 total. Now, if you don't have that kind of time, you can do part-time, and like I say, I have a lot of people in our organization do part-time, make a quarter million, and we also have part-time make 6-figure income. So it's exciting, you know, if you can seriously invest your time into the system and do part-time. 6 months to 12 months from now, you see significant kind of income that will flow into your family bank account.
Khai, I so much appreciate your time and everything that you're doing here. And I know we're not over yet, but final question would be this, and it's kind of a 2-part question, because there's some people out there that say, you know what? Why do I have to pay money? You know what? Why do I have to invest anything? Because maybe they don't understand the business side of things. And I fell in that category when I first got started in this profession. And I'd like you to. So it's a 2-part question. One, you know, why does someone have to invest? What's it's a business. Kind of explain a little bit about that. And then, what steps do I need to do right now to take action? Right now to position myself in front of this trend. What do I need to do to get started?
Well. You know, you as a business guy, like I say, my restaurant, I bought that for $90,000. It's still, it's, you know, $90,000. It's a business, and every day my wife have to put in around 8 hours, sometimes 10 hours at the restaurant to managing that restaurant. We have to reinvest money into new furniture, new TV. New painting, you know, we have to do all that kind of stuff. That's called business. Now, that business doesn't generate $1 million profit like my network marketing business. My network marketing business is kind of a joke compared to my wife's business as a restaurant, because my business is only $1,450. But every day I'm making around 2, 3, 4, 5,000 a day compared to the restaurant doesn't kind of generate that. So if people ask you, you know, why you have to invest money, because this is a business. There's nothing around it. There's nothing else I can explain to you. This is a business, and if you think it's a business, you work like a business, and you're gonna get paid handsomely, right? So that's my question for why we have to put the money in. What is your second question? I'm not that smart. I forgot the second question already.
You're extremely smart, brother. The second question is, what are the action steps I got to do right now? Like, I want to get started. Okay, so what do I do? What do I do to get started? What are my first action steps?
You know, before we get into how do you get started, I want to explain to you the importance of the right timing. In network marketing or any kind of business, not just network marketing, timing is everything. If you're in real estate and you live in Southern California, in 2000 you invest money into real estate and you start selling all your assets around 2005, you cash out. Now, if you start 2000 and by 2006, 2007, you start selling your real estate, you're losing out. You're losing a lot. I wasn't smart with the timing. In 2005, on August 2005, I bought a house for $970,000. and by 2006 it dropped to 600,000 and dropped to 500,000. So business timing is everything. And in network marketing, people say that if you come in at the right time and you work your tail off, then you're going to make a lot of money. If you come at the right time, you don't work, you're not going to make a lot of money. But the timing is so crucial. And how do you know Seacret have the right timing right now? Seacret have a 9 years traditional business that we went through all the tough time, that went through all the growing pain and everything. And then they turned into network marketing about 3 years ago. And we're growing from the first year about $1 million a month to $6 million a month. And now we talk about $25 million a month. We are about to explode, right? And also right now we're only in the 5, 6, 7 country at network marketing. And as you know that 11 network marketing companies that doing over $1 billion today, okay, 60–70% of their volume is in Asia. We haven't started Asia yet. We have only one country is Korea. We are about to launch Asia. So if you are into business, you want to make a lot of money, you want to look at the timing. But if you're in network marketing and you just want to make a couple $100 a month or something, then you don't care about timing. You just go in there and work hard, and then you're going to make that kind of money. But if you care about making the significant kind of income that you are dream of, like you talk about 20, 30, 40,000 a week or a month, then you want to look at the timing, and you want to really seriously looking at the timing. And Seacret have that timing, okay? Seacret also have a product that you don't have to go and convince people to buy. They're buying anyway, right? As long as they have skin and they have hair, they will buy your product. So you have a great product, you have a great timing with the company. So right now is the time to get started and work hard, right? You not just get started and work really hard and capture that moment right now. And so how do you get started? Very simple. Just contact the person that brought you to the conference call today and just ask them, hey, tell me, where do you want me to start? Should I start at 1450 or 550 or 150? And they'll tell you where you should start. I personally tell you this: you start at 1450. If you want to make the money that I make, okay, then you should start at 1450. Because if you want to start something smaller and work less, you can't expect to make the kind of money that I currently make. You want to make the kind of money that every day you wake up, you see around $3,000–4,000 a day, and you say, I love life, you know, I love it. I love Seacret, I'm Seacret, you know. If you want to do that, then you want to start right now with 1450. The second thing is get ready to go to the convention. And I want to share with you about the convention coming up, okay? And that is more important. Convention, to me, is more important than the package that you're joining right now. So, but I recommend you join the right way and go to the convention. Let me share with you. From 2009 to 2010, I was a homeless and was struggling, trying to survive. Sleep in the car, eating hot dogs and all that kind of stuff. And then I do network marketing. I start getting some success in network marketing. I slowly changed my life. But my breakthrough, really my breakthrough was happening in 2013, May 31st. May 31st, I went to the convention in Arizona. And when I hear you, Josh, speaking, I stand on the backstage and I will cry. And the reason I was crying is because before that, 2 years before that, you was kicking out of your home but foreclosure, right? And you will get kicked out, and then you have 2 young daughters, and you shared a story about how you have to pick up your daughters and your wife and move to a different state and sleep in somebody's house and things like that. And 2 years later, you become a millionaire, stand on the stage and sharing with people great news about Seacret. I stand on the backstage and I cry. The reason I cry on that day is because I was super happy for you and your wife and your kid, because, you know, within 2 years, you can change your life like that. I cry because at that time, I could not even do that for my family yet. And that's the reason I cry. I cry because you did it. I'm happy for you, but at the same time, I went through 6 years and I haven't got to where you are. I was crying. But you know what? I learned so much from that day. I was saying, if this short guy can do that, you know what? I'm taller than him 1 inch. I'm going to do better, right? And exactly 1 year from that, Josh, exactly 1 year, you know, I stand on the same stage as you, have the same ring as you, and speak the same story as you. And convention is not just about coming there and having fun and listen to people talking about how they do it. At the convention, the emotion and the thing that you learn, you know, what people go through, and you take that, you go home and you change your life. So let me ask you this. because convention is coming up, and I'm just go crazy about this one. Let me ask you this: would it worth it? Would it worth it if you go to the convention and you hear a story like Josh sharing with the crowd, right? And you take that story home and you sleep with that story, and you work just like he worked, you sacrifice just like he sacrificed, you invest just like he invest, and a year later you got exactly like Josh, same rank, not make as much of the money as him does, but 900,000, $1,000,000 is not so bad. Would you do it? Is that something you want? So how do you start? Right now is the time to go to convention. So I say start with a business package, professional package. Do exactly what your leader bringing you in, and do exactly what he shared with you because he wants you to be successful. And then make sure you go to the convention so you can see how you can be successful a year from now.
Khai, I can't help but just smile ear to ear listening to you, because I remember meeting you at that conference. I remember meeting you before that and where you were and how you radically changed your life. And I can't help but think, that there's people that think, man, that's too good to be true. That sounds crazy. And it does sound crazy. And you know what? If you think it's too good to be true, I guess it could be for those that think that. But what I love about you, Khai, is that you don't allow obstacles to get in your way. You don't allow that whatever your current circumstances are to dictate how your future is going to turn out. And that's the one thing I've discovered from interviewing very successful people like yourself, is the difference. Is, people who say, you know what, I'm not going to worry about what can't be done. I'm going to look at what can be done, and I'm going to create it in my mind. And you did it, man. And you did it. And you know what? You're right. The people who are on this, you got people right now, you're probably looking at this and you've got something inside you that says, I can do it. There's something in you that's driving you, that makes you believe that you were born for something better, that you were made for something great. And I agree with you. I know Khai agrees with you, and you can do it. I would also agree with his statement about the package. Get the package. You can get in now, get the package and start your business. But no matter what, get to that convention, get to Revolution, where you can get the inspiration, where you can see it for yourself, and get started. Khai, what an amazing, just an amazing time with you. Look, you got up extra early. You're also, many people don't know, but he was on a special cabinet leadership call at 3 a.m. his time. He's been up since then to make sure he could be here for all of you to share this valuable insight. It is valuable. I mean, if in the traditional business world, to get a consultant that's had the level of success that Mr. Khai has at his that level, I mean, you're going to pay thousands, if not tens of thousands of dollars to get the information. And sometimes because it seems so simple, we can dismiss it. I encourage you, don't dismiss this information. This information he's sharing with you has helped people become wealthy. Not just successful, but wealthy. And look, it's information like that helped me and so many others. And with that said, Khai, my final question to you, because people already made their decision whether they're going to get started or not, and we hope they do. And God bless you if you do. Welcome to the family. We'll look forward to meeting you at the Revolution. But I want to transition a little bit into just a quick words from you on some training, on some mindset on how they can do it. Because I want you to talk to the people right now that have just made a decision to do it, or the people who are already involved in Seacret that were just waiting. They're waiting to hear something, and really what's going to set them apart. I know you talked about Revolution, but really what's the one thing that you can share with them that can make the difference in how things turn out for them? And if you could share that, and then we're going to open it up to some questions.
Yeah, I want to share with you about mindset, and it's always start thinking. It's always start with how you think, and I want to share with you because I went through a tough time in 2008 when I was paralyzed. Sick doctor told me that I would be paralyzed for life. They said that I would never be able to have children again. I'm not going to walk again. All that kind of bad news. And then in 2009, 2010, I went through a really tough financial time. I lost my marriage. I was a homeless for a while. I had so much debt, credit card debt, because when I went through a divorce, I have no medical insurance anymore, because when I was an engineer, I lost that job, so I lost medical insurance. And then when my wife and I divorced, I lost medical insurance again. So because of my continuous treatment, I have to use credit card, and I crank up so much debt. I max out all my credit card. And so how can I look forward to success? How can I forget all the bad thing that's happening to me every day. You know, in fact, 6 p.m. The phone ring, I don't even dare to pick up the phone. So how do I train myself to start thinking positive so I can move forward? Now we have choices. Either you think negative or you think positive. And why do you need to think positive? Is because when you think positive, you find way to achieve that goal. Now, if when you think negative, you always hold you back down. So I train my mind very clearly. I say, okay, my brain is so small, and I don't have a lot of brain cell in there anyway. So I'm already stupid. I can't afford to be stupider, right? So what I try to do is that I take all the negative thought away. I don't watch TV. I don't hear gossip. I don't talk to anybody. I don't read newspaper. I don't do all the kind of negative stuff. I focus on what I want to achieve. Now, the phone ring at 6 p.m. I don't answer the phone. I just don't answer the phone. I don't want to deal with all the things that I cannot handle. Basically, debt collector and all that kind of stuff. I don't want to hear with that because I can't deal with that. So what I'm trying to share with you here is that what the result will come from your action, but the action will come from how you think. So if you think positive, you act on positive, and the result gonna come out positive. If you think negative, you act negative, the result come out negative. Therefore, you gotta protect your head and your brain and how you think positive. So how do I overcome the hard time, the current situation? Is basically I focus on one thing. It's a positive thing, and because that's all I think, then I think about what I have to do, and then I achieve that goal. So that's how I would say start out with, Josh.
You know, as you're speaking, Khai, I can't help but think, you know, it's right on the money. And I remember, you know, and maybe you remember this too, hearing this for the first time, but I do. I heard it because I was looking for the answers. I wanted to be successful. I just didn't know how. And I heard stuff like what you're saying, and it almost seemed like that's magical. You know, come on, you know, how can I focus on the positive when all these negative things are happening? But it's true. It's true. It's the same thing I did. I know you and I have had many conversations about this, but it was the same thing I did when we were on food stamps. I was getting evicted out of my place with my daughter. I ignored it. I ignored all the phone calls. I didn't worry about any of the bills. All I did was focus on the positive, just like you said. So I know that's real. And then if you can do that, you get yourself started with the company. You have a vehicle that you can use to create the success you desire. Get yourself to Revolution. If you're not registered for the convention, you're an agent, you're making a major mistake. Get yourself registered. I think Khai talked about it and said it best when he talked about, you know, get yourself to that conference no matter what it takes. It's going to be a key factor to your success. And I'll just close with that, Khai. You know, any last comments on the convention, or any final thoughts you want to say before we get to some questions?
Yeah, you know, before we go to the question, I just want to recap really quick what people need to do, because here's a great part about this call today. You are $1 million earner. I'm very close, and we all went through the same tough time. You have a different kind of situation. I have a different kind of situation. But at the end of the day, we all went through a tough time. The people who listening to this call and struggling, you might be struggling paying your bills. You might be struggling paying your car payments or child support or whatever. But the thing is, we today sitting here on this conference, and we share with you a shortcut, because we went through that mess. And when we went through that mess, we know which one it works and which one doesn't work. And we want to share you a shortcut, and that shortcut is very simple. Number one, start with you. Think positive. Block all the negative, all the noise, all the gossip, all that out. Number two, take action. And when you take action, people are going to come and tell you all the negative stuff again. Make sure you block them out so you can focus on what you want to do. And then follow the system, S for S. That system have proven so success. It helped over 17 people qualify platinum and above in a matter of like very 1 year. So follow that simple system and keep going at that. So protect your head, take action, start your business, and follow the system. And then go to the convention, connect with other leaders. One of the things I'm so proud of this company is that starting from the leadership, starting from Isaac Ben Shabash down to the lowest person, we are one family, we are one community. Connect with other people. It doesn't matter they're CEO or co-founder or whatever. Connect them. Even go touch John Malov and Stephanie. They are real deal. $1.9 million earner, but they're real. They still have skin on their body. They still have hair. Touch them, feel them. connect with them. And that's why I encourage everybody to go to the convention, because why? If you stay home, and then when you need help, you call people, people don't know who the heck you are. But if you go to the convention and you connect with them, you touch them, you feel them, you know them, that you shake their hand, they know you. So when you need help, when you live in Wisconsin or Michigan or Idaho, Iowa, something like that, they will help you because they remember who you are right now. So go to the convention. It's more than just learning. It's about getting that kind of connection. So when you need them the most, they will help you. So that is the 3 things that I would recommend you. That's called shortcut. Now I went through 5 years. Josh went through 2 years to be where we are today. But we give you within 15, 30-minute conference call today. Take that roadmap and follow it and run with it.
100%, Khai. Thank you again, man. I'm just smiling ear to ear, knowing the valuable information you just gave so many people. My phone's lighting up. The questions are lighting up with people so excited. I'm going to read some of these to you and actually ask some of the questions that are coming in. By the way, for those of you that are typing in your questions, the software doesn't let us know who you are. Now, you can remain anonymous if you like, but we would prefer if you could type your name in and then your question, so we know who it is we're talking to, so we can use your name and say that you're the one who asked it. And of course, like I said, you can remain anonymous. But I've got a question here from actually, there's not a name here, but it says, Khai, how do you keep your teams accountable and consistent with their daily method of operation?
It's all started with me. It's the same thing. It's all started with you. In network marketing, it's not a sales business. It's a leadership business. And in our business, we are not military. In military, you tell them what to do. If not, you take them to the back room and you shoot them, right? But in network marketing, they have to respect you. They have to follow you. So in order for you to create that accountable, then you have to do it. You got to take action. Whatever you want them to do, you got to do it first. And so basically, starting with you. In my organization, everything is started with me. And then because what I do, I'm blessed to have so many good leaders that follow that and that duplicate that. And that's the reason why we have a very consistent method and duplication from the top down. So it's all start with you.
Brilliant. We got Brad M. out of California. Glad to have you here, Brad. Says hello. We got Julie Vale out of South Australia. Wow, it is definitely early for you. Thank you, Julie, for being on. She says hi. I've got a question here that says, what is a good way to advertise? I think it's a question a lot of people have.
What's a good way to advertise? Depends on what you're talking about. But the best way to advertise you. At the end of the day, and I build my business based on 3 things. Very simple. They like you, then they trust you. Because in order for them to trust you, they have to communicate with you and talk to you. But if they don't like you, they're not going to talk to you. So therefore, people have to like you so they can trust you. And when you have trust, then you have business. So the best way to advertise you, you want to extract the leaders that you want to be, right? So you got to be the right person so you can extract the right person. So the best way to advertise is just be a good person in general.
That's perfect. I know sometimes when you're getting some of the answers, you're like, that's not the answer I want, but that's the answer. It really is. You are the product, truly. Now, this question, Khai, is from Maria from Albuquerque, New Mexico. She says, if there's children at the spa party and the guest has to bring their child, they have no babysitter, and of course, children are constant interruptions because they're just so cute. Everyone looks at them. How do I get the guest refocused on the spa party? And how would you handle that? And have you handled that in the past?
Well, children is going to be children. You can't avoid them. You can't tell them to do anything about it. For me, I do the Asian style. I have duct tape. I tape them on the wall and I zip them. And just kidding. I don't know. I don't mean that. Well, you got to be prepared. And if they bring children in, you got to make sure that you have some kind of toy for them to quietly playing. You can't control that. You got to be prepared on that. But if you want to avoid that to the maximum, then you should tell people trying to find a babysitter or somebody take care of their kids for 2 hours, because we will keep the wow party within 2 hours so they can go home with their kid. Now, if they cannot do it, then I would recommend that you do one-on-one with them, so they don't have to disrupt the whole wow party. Also, if you live in a house that have a room for kid, then you should have some kind of toy for them. So there's many things you can do. You don't want to wait to the last minute when all the kids showing up with their parents, and you freak it out. Then I think that's too late. You should always be prepared.
Also brilliant. Thank you, Khai. By the way, there's been questions about the replay. Yes, this will be up for replay, so you can listen to it on the future, right on the website that you have you found this webinar yourself. So, by the way, we're moving a lot of this promotion to basicagenttraining.com. I know many of you have gotten on to that site. Of course, I'll still be hosting it on this site, thejoshuadane.com, and I'll also be bringing out new content here. But all the corporate stuff is going to be going on basicagenttraining.com, so make sure you make a note of that. And here's another, oh, by the way, Paul Caldwell, glad you're on the line, my man. My mom, Khai, she says hi. My mom, Lynn Martin, she's saying hi.
Hi, Mom.
She thinks you're amazing. I definitely agree, Mom. Khai is amazing. We have questions here about, let's see. What do we do after the 365 days after being an agent? Do we have to pay the $50 again? What would be your response to that?
Well, I think you would like to pay for that $50 membership. Here's the reason why. You know, the company, they're paying us so much that they're not cutting us short on anything. So, but the only thing. Now, let me go back in this. Everything is a cost. Okay. Now, if you can afford to pay a $59 membership to pay for your website and all that system related, then that money you got to take out from somewhere. So you rather pay for that and you maximize the maximum compensation plan instead of the company have to take that money out somewhere. Our company already provide you everything is free. They don't charge you extra every month like other company anyway. So therefore that $50, if you really consider about that $50, is not a big deal for business. Also, you get a free, cool website to do your business, international business, global business for $50. Is the company doesn't charge anything extra on that. So I don't know. Start making money, and then suddenly you see the $50 small.
100%. And yeah, another thing, guys, just know that your website, most companies will charge $20, $30, $40 a month just to have access to your web service and enroll people and get all the incredible reports. I mean, there's a user fee to that, and that fee is slightly more than that $49 a year. So you're and plus the first year you get the kit and that for the full year. I mean, that's the best deal of the century to manage your business. You're talking a $49 annual upkeep. That's
absolutely. But I those kind of questions, I don't deal with them anymore. But like I said, Josh, we got the best deal, and I don't see why we will worry about that $50.
Absolutely. Let's see. Good evening from Houston, Texas. Somebody says, well, whoever's out there in Houston, Texas, glad you're on. Greg from South Carolina, giving you some love. Someone says, so excited. We've got Tino. Tino, you know Tino. He says good morning. I don't know where he's in. He's somewhere in the world, whether he's in Russia or Germany or America. He's somewhere. But Tino says hello. We've got let's see, Seacret Direct and Seacret Spa. Are they the same or a different company?
It's a same company. The Seacret Spa is a traditional channel, and Seacret Direct is a network marketing channel. In fact, you should use the Seacret Spa website to show people how great a deal we got as an agent. You see all the price on there, the price on the Seacret Spa. That's from the retail channel. So if you go to the mall, those is the price that people have to pay. And then you compare that price with the price as a secret agent. We got a great deal. We save, like you're talking about, like 50-60%. So you should be excited that there's still a website called Seacret Spa, because that's where you can leverage on it. What do you think, Josh? Personally, I got excited when people find out about Seacret Spa.
No, absolutely. Well, Seacret Spa was the original company, and that company is now moving in to the network marketing world. And really, the reason why we have such a tremendous opportunity is because they've proven, Seacret Spa proven to sell these products at twice the price than you and I can sell them for it at the Preferred Customer Program. And we're able to take that to market for a huge discount and save the consumer money and position ourselves to profit from this shift, this transition from Secret Spa to Seacret Direct. And eventually there'll only be one company, which will be Seacret worldwide. And you and I are going to benefit from this massive transition, merger, whatever you want to call it. But it's happening, and you and I get to be the beneficiaries of this massive shift. So let's see. We have a couple more questions here. Now, here's a question that says, do we have to demonstrate the results of the product on someone using for extended long periods at the wow party, or do you only need to show people how quick the product is getting results? I don't really understand the question. Let me kind of rephrase it. Would you do the masks? I think this is what this person is probably asking. Do you do the 15 minutes or do you just do like the quick ones, the quick demonstratable, like, you know, peeling gel or whatnot?
Well, if you really want people to see the power of our product and how advanced our product is, then you want to do the face, because that's where at the end of the day they buy the product for the face. So you want to do it, and you also want to do the full face. Okay, so you can give them a maximum result. And why do you want to do demonstration? Because here's the thing: you want to take yourself away from the opportunity. You want to show the opportunity. You want to show the product, and you don't want to spend all that time in convincing. If you give them a wow feeling and they get excited that it's just the result, then your job is so much easier now. You only have to show them the benefit of doing the business. You don't have to convince them anymore. So why not? Why not do that? To take yourself. Give yourself an easier time, basically.
Absolutely. Belcar, hey, says, great webinar, Josh and Khai. Thanks a lot, guys. Belcar is also a business owner in Southern California, owns some Subways. Thank you, Belcar. Alexander Saidler here. Oh, hey, Alex. He says, great spirit, true words. Thanks and love you guys. Then Shenandoah from Albuquerque is going to ask you a question. I think this is a good question. A lot of people probably be thinking about this. How did you establish a culture of agents that come in with only the special agent kit through your team, or primarily? I know that's not the only one they do, but primarily, you know, if you could kind of answer that, that'd be great.
Yeah. Well, basically, because we believe that the 1450 is the best package, the best option for any new agent. Now, we're not forcing them. You know, we only put a gun to the head. That's it. We're not forcing them. I'm kidding. I'm kidding again. It's supposed to be an Asian joke, okay? No, basically because we are so strongly believe that the special agent set is good for them long term as they build a business, because they need more product. They get locked in at the rank of bronze. They benefit more from the compensational plan from the day one. We don't want them to leave any money on the table. And because we so strongly believe that, they can feel that. They don't see we take advantage of them. We don't see that. They don't see that we need them to sign up to make money. They don't see any of that, because we are sincerely explain to them their benefit. And because of that, people can feel it. They can see it. And that's the reason why most of people decide to join on the 1450.
Great content. In fact, your content's so good. I've got a message from Mr. B. He says, Khai and Josh, you've made my evening, my day. I'm totally motivated with this information. Khai, I appreciate your insight on the S4S, and I'm coming a long way for the convention, all the way from Siberia. That's pretty awesome. And
wow, wow, that's crazy.
So thank you, Khai. Thank you for that. Thank you for inspiring Mr. B here, and I appreciate you, Mr. B. Wow. Much love, buddy.
Hey, make sure he come and give me a hug.
You heard that, Mr. B. You got to give Khai and me a hug. We both want hugs from you, buddy. Appreciate you. In fact, I got, and this is from Virginia, from Alberta, Canada, says, hey, $50 a year is only $4.16 a month. Not a lot to have a website and support, and it's 100% right off your business. Right on, Virginia. Great words from you. Let's see, I'm wrapping up the questions here, and we've got just a couple more, Khai. I see we're at the top of the hour, so we've got to wrap this up anyway. By the way, that was Tim Stroud, a good friend of mine from Houston, Texas. He said hi to you. Let's see. Great job, guys. How many people daily do you recommend a new agent expose or tell about Seacret? Okay,
this is an awesome question. Here's the thing. Unlimited. when I tell people what's this network marketing? Network marketing is you. Secret is you. You is secret. Secret is you. When you have that kind of feeling and you don't see the separation between you and secret, basically you talk to everybody anytime. There's no limit on how many people. And life is good when you feel like you are secret. Secret is you. So there's no limitation on my part at all. When I see people, I talk to them. Why? Because here's the thing. You see, I want to give you an example. This is a product. And when I sell a cell phone, I don't sell them a cell phone. I look bypass the object. When I sell cosmetic, a secret product, I don't sell them secret product. I sell them something beyond secret product. And that's the reason why I am able to sponsor more people, because you see, when we sell product, we always relate the people to the product. For example, Seacret have shampoo. Now, I don't have hair, but I can tell you I sell people shampoo all the time. Why? Because I don't relate the shampoo to the person who's going to use that product. So when you're talking about recruiting in this network marketing business, it doesn't matter which company, Seacret or whatever, at the end of the day, if you can bypass that product, this is a product. You can look past this product, then you will be able to recruit all the time and you will talk to other people. Why? Because if they don't use a lot of cosmetic, if they don't like to do network marketing, they still should join network marketing. Why? It's because they benefit from the tax. You see that? I always look bypass the product. So to answer your question is, look bypass the product, then you will never have a limitation on how many people you talk a day, because everybody needs your opportunity.
Man, that's brilliant. I think we're going to be able to end it right there. By the way, some of the people were asking about reiterating some of the things from earlier. Guys, we're out of time. It is on replay. You can replay this as many times as you like. Khai definitely talked about the struggles early on in his career. Thien, I apologize if I mispronounced your name, but I'm excited that you asked that question. Yes, he did talk about that earlier on the webinar. So guys, what an honor to have you, Khai. Man, I appreciate you taking this time, doing all that you do for the Seacret community, how many people you help. Really appreciate it. Any final thoughts before we wrap up the call or the webinar?
Well, I just want to thanks to you, Josh, for setting this up, and I'm also really excited to see all of our family members come to the convention. And at the end of the day, I want to let you know why I'm involved with Seacret, and just want to close this really quickly. Why I'm involved with Seacret and why I achieve success quickly with Seacret. There's two things. Because I see the trend, I see the opportunity, I see the timing, but at the end of the day, I have 100% confidence in our CEO. Now, when I do this business, you know, it's an emotional business, it's a relationship business. But the reason I put all my heart into it, the reason Josh put all his heart into it, the reason a lot of leaders in our company put their heart into it, they sacrifice the fun time, that time away from family and their kids so they can build this community, is because we believe in Isaac Ben Shabbat. He gave us every possible way, opportunity to win. So when you got into our business, as a leader like myself and Josh and many leaders in this company, we follow the leadership of Isaac Ben Shabbat. And because of that, you are welcomed into this community as a family member. You're not just coming in here as a number or as a distributor. You are a family member. So we will love to have you part of our family, and we will love to carry out this mission around the world to extend the blessing that we currently have. Thank you, Josh.
Thanks again, Khai. Oh, last thing. I hate to do the last thing, but next week we're actually able to interview Jesse and Patty McPherson. A real dynamic couple, and I'd love to get your insight on them. I know you've gotten the opportunity to spend some time with them, but can you just share a little bit about what you believe about them and why people should be on the next week's webinar?
You know, there's not much I can say about them. They're just amazing couples, and I just want to share with you this. Seacret, blessed to have them. We are blessed to have Seacret, but at the end of the day, Seacret also blessed to have them, because they're not just about coming into Seacret and making money. They are focusing on building this community and help everybody win. And I'm really blessed that my organization are benefited by what Jesse have done in the past, that laid the foundation that my organization coming in, we just have a lot easier time to grow and become successful. So if Jesse is on tomorrow, you guys should save that time and listen to Jesse. There's not so much I can really introduce this gentleman. You got to see him, because when you see him, when you listen to him, when you can feel his heart. That is where it's counted. I can't do a good job any more than that.
Thank you. Thanks again, Khai. And I, again, sincerely appreciate all of your time and everything you do for the Seacret community. So next week, guys, Jesse, Patty McPherson, Blue Diamond Agents, great friends of mine, are going to be sharing some incredible, valuable information next week. So we'll look forward to seeing you on there. The emails will go out shortly. Thanks again for all of your participation. On behalf of Khai,
from Vietnam.
have a great night. Thanks, Khai.
Thank you. Thank you.